You're done.
Big man ting, what's bothering you, bro? I'm done with this relationship, man. I'm done, man. I don't want to do this. Oh, she did what? What do you mean she did that? Raw. Serious. Them kind of things there. Why? Get out of here. Yeah, Little Black Book Show. We talk about relationships. Oh, hello. Episode 2 of the Little Black Book. So what have I got for you today? Let's find out. Oh, snakes and relationships. Whew. What a topic. Let's flow. Let's talk about Adam and Eve in the beginning of the Bible. They're the key to what we're going to talk about here. When you're in a relationship, snakes will always appear. Especially men who find good women, snakes will always indefinitely appear. Because they're waiting to take what is good. Because snakes are devourers. So, if we talk about Adam and Eve, let's look at it from the point of view of the Bible. God creates Adam. Satan's nowhere to be found just yet. Then he creates Eve out of Adam. When he creates Eve out of Adam, Adam's meant to look after Eve. Just like a man should look after a woman. And then, suddenly we're cast into Genesis 3 and Eve is talking to a snake. But hold on, when Adam when Adam was naming all the animals, none of the animals were speaking. So how come now Eve is talking to an animal which is talking? Surely she's been in the garden as well, walking around with Adam, and Adam has not communicated any of the animals as the way she is. So shouldn't she have found that a bit weird? Hold on. It's like a relationship. Let's get to a relationship. Let's modernize it. It's like a relationship. When people step out, ordinary, but I'm talking about females especially, when they step out, they don't just step out on a one-night standing. See, they normally step out on the person they've been talking to, the one they've been keeping close, the one that's actually been keeping a tab on their relationship and keeping, giving advice, the guru in the relationship. You see, the kind of snake I can imagine, in relationships vary because people have different tactics and people have different intentions at first, but the result can always end up being the same. A broken relationship, someone cheating, someone stepping out, someone being confused about their feelings, someone tapping out in a relationship. There's all different types, but they usually end up in the same way. So we're talking about snakes in a relationship. Let's talk about those snakes. Let's go to a king cobra type of snake. See, a king cobra is one of the biggest and largest snakes which are poisonous. And the thing is, look at its name, King Cobra. It's got a celebrity status in the animal kingdom. Flip it to mankind, it's got a celebrity status to the human being. See, the King Cobra is like a friend. It could be a friend of the opposite sex or the same sex who you herald or place quite highly in your regards. And so when they speak or advise you on where to go, what to do, they can actually influence you. In fact, they have a huge influence on you to the point where you regurgitate what they've told you into your relationship. But here's the thing, a king cobra is somebody who doesn't always give the right advice. In fact, they're intentionally not going to give you the right advice. Secondly, they're the kind of person who is blasé and arrogant because they're kings. That's what kings do. They take what they see. They take what they can because they have the ability to. So usually that person could be a very good looking person, or the person's got an attractiveness which you have heralded above quite high and placed it quite high, and they know that you've placed them on a pedestal. And so because you've placed them on a pedestal, that gives them power to be able to influence your relationship. I'm talking about opposite sex friend, not same sex friend. So king cobras of the opposite sex, they will tell you, and this is what they'll say, I like you, innit? I don't know, why are you still your man? Why are you still with him? Why are you still with that person? Why are you still with that person? Like, that I could treat you better. And they say it with such a blasé confidence, blood. And you're entertaining it. That's the key thing. Communication is the one that destroys relationship or makes a relationship successful. Look at Adam and Eve. Eve, because she listened to the snake. You see, her first mistake is listening to the snake. Now, she can't stop the snake from talking, but she should stop the listening of what he's saying. So in a relationship, the same way, woman or man, when somebody is a king cobra, don't listen to what they say, because they're going to be blasé and confident and arrogant. They're like that because they understand that you are attracted to them. And let's not get it twisted. We are human beings. Just because you're in love with somebody doesn't mean you can't be attracted to somebody else physically. And so when they see that you're attracted to them physically and you chat on some level, they can use that and abuse that and use it against you. So when they're talking to you, they will be very blasé. Because a king cobra strikes from a distance. It doesn't get close. It strikes from a distance. And it will let you know, I'm about to strike. It rears head. I'm a strike boy. Better know that I'm about this life. So you have to understand as well, somebody who's a third wheel in your relationship, when they're about to strike in a relationship, they will let you know ahead of time that, listen, I'm about to take you. I want you. I like you. Forget your man. I don't want him. Let me tell you something. This happens because I've been the person who's tried to do it. I don't want to say try. God forgive, BC before Christ died in my life. But I've done that. So I know. And I've seen other goons do it to other people. And I've been on the end where someone's trying to do it to me. And I nuked it real quick. Listen, because you've been a snake, you can see what other snakes are like, then, and you can see the tendencies. So you have to understand and know that to certain people you're a king cobra, to certain people you're just a little grass snake. It depends on who you're with and what perception they have of you. But when someone's a king cobra in your partner's life, you got to nuke that person real quick. Because the moment they declare war and they're about to strike, blood, let me tell you something, it can be very hard to stop the strike coming and hitting your partner and confusing your whole relationship. That's what king cobras do. You understand? That's what king cobras do. And because they don't just bite and leave you, they bite with a venom. They can strike and say, listen, I'm coming for your girl. And they may never come for the time that you think they're going to come. So they can hold off for a long while. But the thing is, they've spoken the word and it begins to play on the person's mind. And so when it plays on the person's mind, they start to disintegrate their own relationship because they're saying, whoa, there's something better around the corner or seemingly better. So I'm gonna blood. You don't treat me right, or we had an argument and you're trying to treat me like this when you don't know what's around the corner. You don't know who's coming after me. You don't know who likes me. You better stop and fix up. And so that makes you disintegrate your own relationship. King cobras are mad dangerous, blood. And the thing is, because they're so big as well, they have a presence in they have a presence in relationship without actually being there. It's like they cast a shadow on your relationship. See, you don't have to be. Your actual presence doesn't have to be there, but your shadow could be there. And so when your shadow is there, it's like whatever you speak, it starts to form on the relationship. So you're saying that, oh, when men go out, they misbehave. And so now you start to think when men go out, they misbehave. And when the guy's got a king cobra as a friend, right? And he says, listen, all girls, listen, blood, when you're not around, they do this, they do that, blood. Then suddenly you start to see some things and it may be coincidences, and now you link it together and all of a sudden it's all truth. And now you're going to mess up your relationship because you've heard a king cobra speak. Got to be careful who you let speak into your life. That's what Eve had a problem with. She let a snake talk into her life. Let's talk about another type of snake. Let's talk about the boa constrictor. The boa constrictor is a huge snake which likes to wrangle itself around its prey and strangle the life out of it. It sucks the life out of it. This is the type of snake that is in tight in your relationship. So this type of snake is the type of person who's around your relationship quite a lot. They're literally present in your relationship. Like when you go out, they come with you. You understand? So it's normally a threesome, or they might do a double date, but they're always there. You go chill at your house, they're always there. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand when a boa constrictor, like I said, it constricts a relationship. So physically, their presence already is suffocating you because they don't give you enough room. You see what I'm saying? And then they complain when you try to abandon them because, blood, you're trying to chill with your girl or chill your man. Oh, what are you doing that for? Blood, don't come crying to me when he doesn't like you no more, blood. And then they're wrangling you, trying to make sure that you don't go too far because they need to keep intimate with you. So when they're ready to strike, they can just wrangle and suffocate you. Because listen, the boa constrictor, its mother leaves it from early. It's got a bitter heart. So in the same way, blood, that there's somebody who's advising you, sometimes they can be a boa constrictor because they're so bitter. You see, you get people who advise you, like especially the same sex, and they're advising their boy. They be like, yo, blood, all girls, blood, listen, blood, all the girls are gingers, blood, all girls are hoes, blood. And they might even say a location. Oh, that Wolves, blood. All girls are hoes there, blood. Woo, blood. Have you been in every girl that you know that Wolves is a hoish place, blood? Or London is a place that's a hoes, blood? You don't know, but you ain't tested every girl, blood. So you can't say that, but they will say these kind of things. So that, blood, it goes into your head, blood, and begins to play on your mind. And so when they want to make sure they're close in your relationship, and the thing is, they will always make sure they're present for every little thing, always there. Check them people that are always in your relationship, physically always there, like always in your relationship. Check them, and make sure that you know that they're not a boa constrictor, because you don't want a boa constrictor in your life. You understand? And so, yeah, understand that they like to suffocate, take the life out. The thing is, it's not immediate. You see, their presence is at first maybe it's enjoyed, but then after a while it gets too much. It becomes tedious, and they're always talking about the relationship. They're always in amongst the relationship. Whenever B pops up, they're there. My. Do you know what I'm saying? You had them girls where, blood, you're in a relationship with a girl, blood, and then your best friend has always got something to say, always present. When an argument pops up, she always seems to be the one that has us on the phone call, and you can hear her screaming down the phone, blood, and she's talking to a girl, blood. It's like they're always there, and so their presence never leaves a relationship, and it's choking. It's choking. See, at least with the king cobra, you don't necessarily always know it's there, but you feel its presence. You can see the shadow of it. It's the words that come through. But the thing is, with a box that they're physically there all the time, blood, and that knackers you out. That will suffocate that will allow you to have your space and your freedom as a couple to do what you need to do, blood. You need to vacate those boa constrictors real quick. Vacate them real quick, because it comes slowly. See, that's the thing. That's the key thing about boa constrictor. They do it slowly, blood. Next thing you know, blood. Next thing you know, the thing wrapping around your leg and your arm, blood. You can't breathe no more. Cutting off the circulation, blood, and they begin to isolate you from that relationship, blood. You understand? So let's talk about another snake. Let's talk about vipers, blood. The vipers are very, very powerful snake because it's the opportunist. You see, in a relationship, you have those people, blood, of the same sex and opposite sex. So that your best friend who's a dude, like my best friend could be a dude, right? And he could be a viper. And I'll tell you why he could be a viper. Because what he'll do is he'll say, yo, Don, I don't really know about that girl, Meanwhile, the girl's not a bad girl, but he just wants to say it because he don't want to be alone. Yeah, Don, I don't know about that, Don, blood. I don't know about that girl, blood. And then when something pops off bad, just one bad thing. But what I tell you, blood? What I tell you about that girl, blood? Told you, blood, she ain't nothing, blood. Then he's going to make sure that at that particular time when you're vulnerable, he's saying all the words he can. And then he retracts again. You see, it's always waiting for the vulnerable points of your relationship that they speak into. Be careful of those type of friends, man. Be careful of those type of friends. Then you got to flip it to the opposite sex. Be careful of these type of people because they're waiting for an opportunity. When you're most vulnerable, suddenly, blood, you could be in a room with a girl, blood. When she realizes that you ain't got your girl no more, or you're broken up just for a while, you're on a break, blood. Watch where her anger can go, blood. Watch what she's saying now, blood. Watch how she's inviting you somewhere. Be very, very careful, blood. The viper is an opportunist. They're waiting for an opportunity to strike. See, the viper will hide in the grass and wait for a foot to come along. And when a foot comes along, it bites the heel. So it's like that with that with your relationship. You've got to be very careful because like a dude can also be a very smart guy. You don't need to talk about your relationship. No. You don't need to. He just waits for the moment that you're vulnerable. He can be a very honest guy and tell you good advice. But the moment you break up, you see, he could be waiting for the moment you break up with your boy and then go, this is my opportunity. I'm going to make a movement. This is a viper snake tactic, but the perfect storm. They wait for everything to be right and then they strike. Opportunists. And because they've chosen the timing right, they're more likely of a chance to get you and to nail you. So you might be in a break and you're trying to get back together, but the thing is, then that particular situation happens, it escalates the whole situation of your relationship now. Now you got to make a choice. Am I going to tell that person that this happened on a break or not? And I'm not saying whether we should or not, blood, that's your business, blood. I'm not here to talk about that, blood. That can be another episode. We're talking about snakes on the plane or snakes in your relationship, whichever way you want to see it. Vipers, Dawlage. Let's talk about the grass snake. The grass snake, you gotta feel sorry for that snake, man. It's always in bushes. It's not aggressive. It's passive. It's scared. It's the type of friend, it's the type of friend who gets used when something's going wrong in a relationship. So when something's going wrong in your relationship, you have that person who you know you can go and grab attention from. That's a grass snake person. See, that person ain't even gonna. They're trying to snake it, but they can't snake it. They haven't even got the ability because one, they're probably not attractive to you. Two, blood, they doesn't even have that game, blood. You can't even do that, blood. They're so soft and mild. It's like, oh, you feel sorry for them, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have those grass snakes who they are attention feeders. They give you the attention you need. When you're having a difficult time for your relationship, but you go to the grass snake because you know they're going to feed you with attention. They happily give you honest compliments about how good you're looking. They give you honest compliments like, you know what, you deserve better. And it's an honest compliment, and you know that you probably deserve better. But the thing is, you're not going to leave your badass guy or your badass girl because, blood, they're not the one who's going to make you leave. They haven't got anything about them. They're a grass snake. They're passive, and they're not throwing anything that's going to make you feel excited. Do you understand? That's the grass snake, but they always get used. Grass snakes. They actually are kind of people because they don't do any snaking. They're passive. You understand? Let's leave it on this last steady note. Black mamba. Blood, one of the most lethal and poisonous snakes, blood. Blacked out for camouflage. Oh my days. Don't come across a black mamba because, blood, they will finish your relationship. Black mambas always go for the kill. Black mambas always go for the kill, and they're stealthy about it. See, unlike every other snake, blood, the king cobra has told you I'm coming for you. The boa constrictor is present, so you can sense it's present. It's always around you. The grass snake don't do nothing. The viper is waiting for the perfect opportunity. Don't give him that foothold. You shouldn't. Blood. And then the black mamba is just the most conniving of snakes because it uses honesty as its camouflage. Let me give you an example. The person will be like your friend and the opposite sex. Girls, watch out for this because this is for you. This is for you. You don't know, but I don't know if you know about this game. The honesty game, which is actually deceiving. Alright. I'm so honest that it's a lie. Okay, so I can say to a girl, you know what? Oh, do you know what? I can't, you know what? I know we're friends, but I can't be around you. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, because if I'm around you, something's gonna happen. So I respect your man, innit? Don't want nothing like that to happen. I want us to just keep on flowing as cool friends. Let me tell you something what he's just done, blood. He's injected poison into your whole system, blood. Because the moment something pops off in your relationship or goes wrong, you go and think about that particular thing he just said. He's basically said he likes you without saying he likes you. He just said, I want you without actually saying I want you. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's something, see the black mamba, there's something about it. Because it's all blacked out, there's something sexy about the black mamba. I'm just going to be real, blood. There's something sexy about black blood. The colour black blood. It's stylish, it's sleek blood. It's sexy blood, black. It's powerful, you know what I'm saying? So when someone acts like a black mamba, they are those things. They are powerful, mysterious, they're sexy, look, they're attractive, they're stylish, they're smooth. You understand? And so when someone comes with black mamba lines, blood, they're not gonna they tell you the truth, but the truth is actually a lie because what they're doing is they're trying to trap you in their game. And when they strike, the poison is so deadly, you ain't leaving. You ain't leaving. So the moment you fall for the tactic, it is over. Game over. Black mambas are astute and they are trained and know what they're doing. I'm not talking about somebody who's an opportunist. I'm talking about somebody who is astute in looking at you and knowing that, listen, if I strike, blood, this girl will fall here. I know I have to break her down this way. Listen, I know man who can do that, blood. And they break girls down slowly who are in a relationship, blood. They know what they're doing. And we can give this whole, you can't be stolen from a relationship. That's your business. I don't care, but I'm not here to discuss that, blood. I'm here to discuss the fact that, blood, a black mamba comes in with one objective, and that's to kill, blood. And it's straight going to do that with a poison, blood. And the poison is swift and quick, blood. So understand, when it comes to the black mamba, they will say lines, like I said, I'll give a second example, blood. Obviously, obviously us men in it, all men are dickheads, blood. Including myself, blood. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, blood. Listen, blood, in the past I cheated a girl, blood. I ain't trying to do that no more, do you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, I'm not trying to get into no relationship. Like, if I get into a relationship, I don't wanna cheat on a girl, but, you know what I'm saying? So I've got to wait till I'm ready. See, all these things, he's using it to tempt you, because women are a creature created that they want to mold. They also like a challenge. They want to be able to be the one that tamed the shrew. So when they get given a challenge, he's basically saying, listen, nobody can tame me, like, nobody can, blood. Nobody can tame me. So I wouldn't even do that. He's like, blood, I would never get into a relationship because, you know what, blood, you're better off being a friend because, like, if you get into a relationship, I don't know what I will do. I'll probably cheat on you, blood. I don't know. I don't want to think about those things. Let's be friends, blood. It's better that way. Listen, bruv, you don't know what's going on, but he will lay you out clean. That's the black mamba. Very smart, blood. And they camouflage every little thing. So know this, blood. When you talk about relationships, blood, a lot of things can happen. But know that communication is the one key important thing. If you're talking to snakes, blood, prepare to get bitten. If you're too naive to understand and spot a snake, blood, you better wise up, blood. Watch this video, wise up, blood, and gain an understanding, blood. Snakes exist in all forms, shapes, sizes. Know this.
Yo,